How to become immune to your suffering. Hi, my name is Harjot Singh and I am your creation. You have consciously created me to remind you of something that you already know. I am just speaking these words and you are hearing them, but they're not my words. They are yours. All right, and let's just get into today's topic and how you can overcome your suffering, and how you can become immune to your suffering, and how you can have a far more pleasant life experience. If you clicked on this video, that is what you want, a pleasant life experience. And step number one is to realize that this is a lifestyle. You cannot have a pleasant experience by doing what I will teach in this video once. I will go over principles in this video, and then I will also go over actionable steps that you can do on a day-to-day basis that if you actually follow through on, your life will change. It will change instantly and it will change with time. By instantly, I mean it will immediately trigger a new reality to start transforming for you, such that your reality will immediately begin to shift. It will take time, such that reality has physics and physical limitations, and thus it cannot instantly be fixed. It takes work and it takes time, because reality is naturally following the rules of physics, and so it does have to work that way. And so this video will go over all of it. All right? So how to really become immune to suffering? And it's your suffering, first and foremost. As humans, you might want to, change your family's life, change your parents' life, change your kids' life, change your wife or husband or spouse or whatever it is. I want to help the community. Like, that might be your thing. And as humans, that is quite natural to want to be helpful, to be useful. And that is natural. But the truth is, change only can happen within. You can only influence and change somebody else's reality by working on yourself and changing your own reality. It is the only way. There is no other way to do this. All other ways might succeed short term, but ultimately will fail, because you will fail. You will be unable to uphold the standard that you want. Okay, back to the question. How do you remove suffering from your life? That's a deep one. First, know this. You suffer because of your mind, because of your attachment to your reality. That is why you suffer. Suffering just comes because your mind is thinking about something that it wants. The single person wants to get into a relationship. The broke person wants to get more money. The person that hates his job wants to get a better job. The person that is burnt out from his job wants something that he can do without getting burnt out. XYZ, etc., etc. Every single person, no matter who you are, whatever you are, you have some sort of desire. The astronaut who's out there in space wants to just get back home and get back to their family. No matter what you do, as a human, you are bonded by your reality and your experience of it and your desire from that reality. You want something, always. Human always wants something. You can be Elon Musk and become the billionaire, but you still want something. There is never an end. And first and foremost, you have to accept this principle that you, as a human being, will always want something. There will always be that next thing that you want. You climb one mountain and you immediately start looking at the next to climb. And that is natural. That is absolutely normal, and you have to accept that. When you do, then you realize, or begin to realize, that in fact, that is where suffering comes from. Because why do you suffer? Because you don't have the thing you want. If you were satisfied, there would be no suffering, because you're satisfied. Suffering and satisfaction are like two sides of the same coin. And so you can give yourself satisfaction, yet you and your mind get lost and you give yourself suffering. So before I even continue any further, let me create a distinction. You are not your body and you are not your mind. You are simply the awareness of your body and your mind, which in turn help you experience reality. Your body helps you experience the sensation, my sensation of touching this little device here. My speaking, your ears help you hear what the words coming out of my mouth are. Your mind helps you comprehend those words and dissect those words based on the education you got from society and actually understand what I'm saying. So you are not the body and you are definitely not the mind. You are simply an awareness. You are consciousness. And that is all you are. So before we can end your suffering, you are going to have to really realize this truth. And this itself may take some time. It is a practice. It genuinely is a practice. And the longer you do it, the more conscious you become. Just like going to the gym and doing that bicep curl. You have to start practicing this day to day. And when you start doing this, it will become easier and easier. There will be phases of nihilism where you go into deep depression and you start questioning reality and existence and what does it all mean, and you go into nihilism and you go through the whole spectrum, as I have. You'll go through it all. And that is going to be part of your conscious experience to level up your awareness of consciousness itself. And you are consciousness itself. And the further you go down this path, the more you realize how much of God you are. You are simply God. You will begin to realize that there is nothing but love. The ultimate truth is love. This reality is love. And as physical as it might seem, where, you can touch things, like for example, I am touching this and it's so hard, and so my brain will think, my body will feel, it's hard. I can touch it, it's physical. In truth, that is not what reality is. Reality is your creation, your conscious creation. So your reality can become anything you want it to be, assuming you have the power, the awareness, the consciousness to actually do so, which you don't yet. You can have it. Again, these are just principles and some guidelines. These are very deep topics that I will not be getting further into right now. Instead, I will be focusing on helping you remove the immediate suffering that you have right now. And if you can follow this and do this, what I'm about to tell you, and understand it, then your whole life will become easier as long as you continue the practice of what I'm about to teach. So, you are suffering. The reason is because you are attaching yourself with something in your reality, whatever that might be. You are giving a lot of importance to whatever it may be, whatever it is. Right here, right now, if you can, pause the video and really think about what is it that is causing my suffering, because it is so important to me. And you know, it is such an amazing gift to have something that you care so deeply about. You really do. You know, what is it that you are so deeply caring about right now? You have to get clear on that, because that is what is causing your suffering. The more you care about something, the more it actually just causes your suffering. What do I mean? Importance. For example, you are a parent. Imagine you are a parent. If you already are, great. You don't really have to imagine it. You will know it. But if you're not, then just imagine it. How would you feel? You are a parent and you have a 3-year-old child, for example. He's gone out to the park and he's gone missing. Oh my God. As a mom, as a dad, how do you feel? Has your heart sank? Are you having a mini panic attack? A little heart attack almost? Are you frantically looking around for your kid? Where's my kid? Where's my kid? Oh my God, where's my kid? You care so much for your child. And the thought that he might be hurt, he might be missing, he might be lost, he might be crying, where is he? He might be in danger. So many thoughts will come across your mind. You care about this child, and he is so important to you. Now, same situation, but it's somebody else. Your child's gone missing, but there is some random stranger around, another kid who's playing in the park. He's not having a heart attack. He's not frantically looking for the child, your child. He's not panicking. He's actually having such a wonderful time. Both of these people share the same reality. They are in that same situation, same park, same reality. Yet one is suffering and the other is having a really good time. And this is what I really want to dig deep into and really try and get into your mind, such that you really comprehend what I'm talking about. Reality is just a perspective game. It is just a consciousness game. The only reason the parent suffers in this situation is because of their consciousness being attached to the child, their ego being attached to the child, the importance given to the child. The child is highly important, a big priority, a big part of the parent's life. Whereas to that stranger kid, he doesn't care. And so what can you learn from this experience? And just to kind of cut the loop here, ultimately the kid is just around the corner and he just comes running back, mommy, mommy, wah! And then, oh, my child is safe. Oh, nothing was ever wrong. Nothing was ever amiss. The only thing that caused your suffering as that parent was your own thoughts and your own mind and your own importance to the situation. You see, the brain immediately wants to go into negative situations because that is how we as a human race survived up to this point of you listening to this video right now. We survived purely because the brain protected us from it. Oh, there's probably a lion there. Let's not go there. That's dangerous. Oh, last time we got killed eating this little cherry from this little tree. Let's not eat this again. The brain is constantly just looking for things to protect you from, to not get in danger, to not get hurt. And that's just how the brain is wired. So that is what it is, you know. But in this day and age, what's really harming you but yourself? There's no real harm in the actual physical reality that you live in. It's only inside your head. And you can always change your reality by shifting your perspective. And to shift your perspective, you have to shift your thoughts. That is ultimately key. And to shift your thoughts, you must become aware of your thoughts. So now I'm getting into a little bit of actionable steps of how to actually shift your reality and end your suffering forever. This doesn't mean that you will not suffer, because you have an ego and your ego will latch on to something. That's how the ego survives. The ego has to latch on to something. It has to grab onto something to survive. And that's why the deeper you go into the matrix, the stronger the ego becomes and the harder it becomes for you to escape. Because now your ego is attached to your job, to your status, to your title, to your spouse, to your kids, to the money you make. If that money, let's say you made 10 grand a month and now you drop to like 8K, 5K, 6K, 9K, anything below 10, your ego is hurt because there is importance given to that 10 grand number. This is my reputation. This is my status. What will people think of me? How will I show face in society? The ego is latching on to so many things. And the more you allow the ego to latch on, the more you become the ego. And the more you become present in your physical reality, the more you become your brain and the more you become your body, and the less you become conscious to the true nature of who you are. You are God. Again, if this is too far-fetched, forget it for now. But if you can understand and deep this, then you will realize the power and wisdom I am telling you. You are God. And if you are God, that is why I began this video where I said, hey, I am just a creation of your own consciousness. You will realize that if you are God, you are everything, you are love, the highest form of unconditional love, the highest form of unconditional truth, then all the ball is basically in your court. Everything is your responsibility. Everything is yours to be accountable for. Your life experience is your accountability. Whatever your experience is, only you can be held accountable for it. Well, hey, see, as a coach, I can help you, and as a spiritual guide, I can manifest and shift your consciousness for you through my own consciousness. But ultimately, the work has to be done by you on a day-to-day basis. Again, if I go even deeper into this, there is no such thing as time. Time doesn't exist. But these are very deep, fundamental truths that I will not get into in this video and out of the topic of today's video. Anyways, back to suffering and how to remove it. So now that you know that importance and attachment is what creates your suffering, and now you also know that no matter what you do, your ego will find ways to attach to something, to give importance to something, and that's why it's always a journey of increased awareness, increased awareness. The moment you stop being aware, the ego is going to take over and the suffering level is going to shoot through the roof easily. And once you let ego take over, it's so hard to get control back. It will take time. And that's why this is like a gym process. You have to train. Every single day, you have a muscle. Well, The brain doesn't exist, neither does your body, neither does the reality. So we have to, again, give something to attach on to, give something importance, and that's why we have this reality. And we say, oh, I have parents, I was born, I have a brain, I have a body. None of it is actually true. But for the sake of survival and being human, we have to already have these attachments. So no matter what you do, you will always be attached to something in reality, and you will always give something importance. Your job is to always be aware, to watch your thoughts, just like the clouds, they come and go, come and go. Your thoughts also come and go, come and go. Just because you have a thought doesn't make it real. It's just like the cloud, it's coming and going. Just like the river, it's just flowing, it's just going. Just like the train you take, or public transport, like a public bus or something. One's gonna come and it's gonna go. You're not going to say, oh my God, it's gone. You know the next one's coming, so you just wait for the next one, and it's gonna come and it's gonna go. And then you get on the train, on the bus, that is going to the destination that you want to go. The thoughts are the same. The only issue is you are getting on the thoughts that are not taking you where you want to go. Let's go deeper into this. Where do you want to go? That's a question that you have to answer. Where is it that you want to go? If you're about to take the public transport and you don't even know where you want to go, how do you know which bus to take? And that's the suffering of most humans. They are following others. They are following not their own true North Star. They don't even know. They don't have the clarity of what they want. So first, you know you're suffering, and you will constantly be suffering, always. This morning I met an old buddy of mine, someone I knew, and back in the day, all he wanted to do, this was 3 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, maybe more. All he wanted to do back then was become a pilot. And today I met him after maybe 4 or 5 years, I suppose. He went to South Africa to become a pilot. And today I met him just by chance. I was honored and blessed by his presence today. And he was just saying, it's such a grind. He wasn't very positive about it. He was like, I'm glad it's a holiday for me. And I just thought to myself, and I reminded him, like, hey, the last time I met you, all you wanted to do was be a pilot, and now you're a pilot. So do you see how now he wants something else? He's got that thing, the ego got that pilot status, the job. Now he wants something else, and now he's again suffering. Internally, externally, it might not seem like it. He is a very fit, strong, powerful human being, very well spoken, very educated. But internally, he wasn't really happy. He was suffering. And who's the creator of that suffering? You. You are your own creator of your own suffering. I'm sitting here talking to you all this. Does not mean I don't suffer. I go through the same experience. It's just that I have experience with this experience and how to deal with it to a very large degree. So what do you want? You got to be clear. What do you want? That needs to become very important. What do you want? And if you can put a timeline on this, you can have an ultimate vision for your life, ultimate North Star, like that would be the final end goal for me. But ultimately, you do need some timelines. You need to have smart goals, smart desires. What that means is there needs to be some timeline, some measurable steps, some measurable actions you can take. You want to get a better job. You want to start your own business. You want to make X amount of money every single month from your business. You want to get married. You want a spouse. You want a girlfriend. You want a boyfriend. You want to get more fit. You want to get healthier. You want a six-pack. You want to, you want your kids to be happy. You want anything. It doesn't even necessarily have to be you per se, because everything around you is attached to you. It's part of you, part of your ego. And so by improving something around you, making your house better, cleaning your house, you are improving yourself. You are giving yourself the love that you ultimately want, because deep down, you want safety and security, and you want to be loved. That's all humans want. That's all their fears are. That's all your fear is. You are afraid that if this thing happens, you won't be loved. If this thing happens, you won't be secure and safe, and you will be in danger. And that's what creates your suffering. You have the anxiety, the depression, the sadness, whatever it is, because you are afraid that if that thing becomes true, then you won't be loved, or you won't be deserving of love, or you won't be capable of love. And ultimately, you as a human, all you want is love. All you want is to be safe, no matter what. That's why you want that job, because if I don't have that job, I won't be safe. I won't be able to pay the bills. I will be broke. I will be whatever it is. You're afraid for your safety. Again, then you tie your safety with the job. You tie your safety with your spouse, with your kids, with whatever it is. In fact, the safety is within you. The love is already within you. You don't expect those things from the outside. You must give it to yourself. And the moment you give it to yourself, the outside will conform and it will give you back in return. It will just reflect to you what you are within. It has no choice, because you are the conscious creator of your own reality. And so whatever life you have right now, know that you have been up to this point consciously or unconsciously creating this reality. And so now, after listening to what I'm saying, it becomes your responsibility and the ball is in your court to say, oh, shit, I did this to me. And only I can get me out of it. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow because only you can get yourself out of it. That means you actually have to put in the work. That means you actually have to take steps to actually change it. You can have anything you want in this life. The only question is, are you going to grant yourself permission to have anything you want in your life? You will only have what you want in life to the extent that you give yourself permission to have that in your life. You know, as a child, as a baby, you want ice cream. You have no money. You need money for ice cream. Isn't it true? You have no knowing of ice cream. You want specific ice cream. You want the vanilla ice cream. You tell your mom, you tell your dad, I want ice cream. And voila, before you know it, ice cream presents itself. You didn't need a job for it. You didn't need to go work hard for it. You didn't need to earn money for the ice cream. How come as a kid you were such a powerful manifester? You didn't need anybody to give you safety and love. You just kind of commanded it. You demanded it. You basically forced it out of others. Your parents had no choice but to love you. Your community had no choice but to love you and give you sweets and give you all the, oh, you're so cute, oh, kisses and everything. You commanded it. And be it unconsciously, because, you know, you were a kid and you were just such a pure being and you're such purely conscious that you're unconsciously conscious that you just create your own reality and you always got what you want. With time, your ego developed, society taught you matrix level stuff, and you got stuck. And you basically, you know, as a kid, you could unconsciously do it just because you're so pure, but now as an adult, you are not so pure. Your ego is taken over time, and the longer you allow it to take over, the more it's just gonna solidify, and the harder it's gonna be to break out of it. It's a scary process, to be very honest. It's a very, very scary process. Because in this process, the ego is basically dying. You literally have to kill your ego. And the ego will do whatever it can to latch on. And so the more you kind of do this, especially in the beginning, the more it's going to feel like suffering. It's going to create even more suffering. Then you just say, oh, this is just getting so bad, I'm not going to do it. And so you just stick with that baseline of suffering and you continue the normal suffering experience of life. But if you could just pull through, if you could just go all the way and say, fuck you to the ego and just kill it, get rid of it. On the other side is peace, is calm, is happiness. It's all the joy and love that you ever could want. So, now that you're clear on what you want, whatever it is, and this is all humanly stuff. Don't go with spiritual wuju concepts. Like, yeah, you can have those, sure. I've done that. And honestly, that's why I am able to be here and give you such wisdom. But you also have to survive. The physical reality is still physics. There is still hard matter. Despite spiritually, I'm telling you that there is no hard matter. There is no time. There is no reality. Yet you still do live in the physical confines of reality. So there is this duality, and it is paradoxical, and it seems counterintuitive, and it seems like I might be countering my own self. But you must understand that both exist, coexist. They are both existing together. So now you know what you want. You want that job, you want that spouse, you want that whatever, you want that health, you want that wealth, you want that relationship, whatever it is. You know what you want. Now what? Awareness. Now you just have to watch your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What are the thoughts that are creating your suffering? You want that six-pack, but your thoughts are saying, oh, I'll never get that six-pack. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I can't stop eating so much. Oh, I don't know what. I'll just say mine. You know, with me in the past, it was, oh, I'm so skinny. I would look at my arm and I'd be like, oh, you skinny little biatch. Oh, I'll never get fat. Oh, I can't eat. Oh, it's so difficult. Oh, it's so... You must watch your thoughts. You must watch the words that come out of your mouth. Because they're giving you evidence, literal evidence of like, oh, this is what I believe. This is the thoughts that I'm latching on to. The ego is latching on to. And thus my reality that has been created thus far is the way it is, because these were my patterns that have solidified into hard matter, into the reality. And to change that, you just start getting on a different train of thought. And it won't be just, oh, today you think, oh, I'm so fit and healthy, and then you're going to become fit and healthy. No, you have to really begin the practice of choosing that thought consciously, right? And, you know, let's say, for me, I want to be 75 kilos, for example. I'm 65 at the moment. I look myself in the mirror and I'm not 75 kilos. I'm not as big as I want to be. I still relatively have skinny arms. Yet, my thought loops, the words I speak are always, I love my arms. I have a Greek god body. My physique is absolutely amazing. My physique is so good that people just can't stop looking at me. They're mesmerized at how good I look. My arms are like so athletic and so strong and so powerful. I'm 75 kilos. I love eating food, and it's so easy to eat food for me. These are the thoughts that I choose to stick with every single day until that becomes literal physical reality. Because to that version of me, that version that has the body I want, these are his thoughts. He's thinking this way. Why do I want that body in the first place, you might ask? Because I want to feel good about myself, and these are the thoughts that I should be having that will be making me feel good about myself, that I think I will have these thoughts when I am at some external area in my life, when I am at that level of the desire I want. That's not how desires manifest, though. You are in the physical realm from the ego point of view, chasing to get that thing that I want. Instead, you must give it to yourself now. And that's why, coming back to the first thing I said, when you start this process, it will be instant, but it will also not be instant. It will also take time. Because physically, there is so much food I can eat. My body can only grow so strong. I can hit the gym once a day and then I need to rest. There's a process to it. You can plant the seed in the ground, but it's gonna need time to grow. There's no magic formula for it to just plant the seed and then it's grown in 1 second. That happens in games when you pay for it. In real life, it doesn't work, because that's the actual physical construct that creates a stable foundation for your ego to play in. But consciously, the creator that you are has no limitation. And it can choose whatever path it wants to go, whichever way you want to go. You can literally start choosing those thoughts and giving yourself that thing. So if you want to make $10,000 a month from your own business and have the lifestyle freedom and maybe work 2 hours a day, that's your goal, for example. You enjoy your work, you love your work because it's your own thing, and you make exactly how much money you want to make, and that money can help you support your family and yourself and everything you want and desire to buy. You can get whatever it is you want. You got all the free time in the world. But that reality is so far-fetched, so far away that it doesn't feel real. And now you're working hard and going to the grind and working jobs and applying for different things and learning different skills and different degrees and whatever, so that you can one day get that thing. That's the mistake. You will never get that thing if you go that way. Instead, if you just say, oh, I've got clear on this goal that I want, that I just said, that's my goal. And now, there's all these thoughts, all the ones that, oh, I'm broke and my reality doesn't have this, I'm not qualified, I can't, I need a degree, I need this or that and the other, I need money, I don't have the funds, I don't have the skills, I don't know what I'm gonna do, whatever, right? Those are the ego thoughts, and now you have learned to be aware. Just being aware of it is step one. Once you're aware, you're like, oh, I choose not to get on this bus because that's not where I'm going. That's not where I want to go. I'm clear on where I want to go. Now you can choose the bus you want. So you already have all these things you want. This business and the money and the freedom. Okay. What are you thinking now? What is that person thinking from that point of view that already has all those things? How is he living on a day-to-day basis? Just in thoughts. What is he doing? Get clear on that. And now the process becomes to actually start thinking those thoughts every single day. Your brain will want to look at your bank account and say, oh, I don't have the money. I don't have the business. I don't have this or that or the other. So, oh man, I gotta get back in the matrix. Oh, gotta chase money. Gotta run after the job. Gotta find something to do. Or you can say, yes, it is what it is. Currently, the reality I'm seeing, the zero in the bank, the debt I have, that is all a construct of the past thoughts that I was having. And because I've been having them for so long, and now it's just consolidated into my reality so deeply that it will take some time to get out of it. And the more I can just stay present with my thoughts that are in alignment with the version of me that already has what I want, the quicker this reality will change, the quicker something will happen, miracles, miraculous ways. You don't even know how things are going to happen. You don't come from the ego mind. Anything is possible if you don't try and force it from your ego mind. Your ego mind is very, very limited. But your conscious state of mind, consciousness as a whole, has no limitations. It can do things in miraculous ways, in ways that your ego can never comprehend. Never. And so, start aligning yourself with those thoughts. And you'll realize that you were suffering in the first place, maybe because, let's say with this example, the job and the money and stuff. Let's say you were in that situation, you wanted that job, you wanted to get this thing, and you were suffering because of it, because you did not have it. The ego did not have it, and it was chasing and chasing and chasing. It was giving so much importance to that place that I need to get to that 10K month. I need to do that business. I need to have my own thing. That was the whole suffering, because you didn't have it. And you didn't have it, so you did not feel deserving of love deep down, ultimately. You didn't feel safe, because then, oh, you're stuck forever at this job and you hate this job and your life is miserable. How is it ever going to change? XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But the moment you start aligning your thoughts with the version of you that already has that clarity and the goal that you want, that vision you have for yourself, you already have it. And your thoughts are now, you already have that thing, and now what would you be thinking? You'd definitely not be thinking about, oh, I gotta make 10K a month, oh, I gotta start my business, oh, I need to get out of my job. Because you already make 10K a month. You already have your business that is so successful. You already don't need a job from that place, because you already have all those things. And so now your thoughts are probably different. You're probably thinking, man, I've got such a wonderful business. I love my life. It's so great. What can I do next? What kind of business do I want to do next? Or where do I want to take my business now? What's the next thing I want to do? You see, suddenly the thoughts are completely different. And your reality might still be the same. You still might be in debt. You still might be zero in the bank, whatever the case might be. But when you start practicing this and you start doing this every single day without fail, the better you will get at it. Your awareness muscle will get good. Your consciousness muscle will get good. And before you know it, that will become your reality. And before you know it, out of just miraculous ways, you will have a certain thought. You will meet somebody. You will suddenly do something. Suddenly you will get an idea, an inspiration. In whatever ways, there's so many ways. You might just, literally somebody might just give you money. Literally somebody might say, hey, let's start a business. Literally somebody might just give you the business. Like, anything can happen. How it's going to happen, we don't know. That's not your job. Your job is just to stay aligned with the version of you and the thoughts that version is having that you want. And thus, your suffering will end right here, right now, despite nothing changing in your reality. Because now you are already aligned with that version. And now, going forward, you will see how miraculously your reality will start shifting in alignment with the state of mind you hold within the new state of mind. And you will become a very, very powerful manifester. You will literally start realizing how your thoughts shape your reality, and you will start taking full accountability of your thoughts. You will not let your ego mind play with you and fall into that ego mind. Rather, you will be the conscious creator. You will decide which thought you choose to let in and which thoughts, see ya, the bus is just gonna go. I'm not gonna get on this bus because this bus is not going where I want to go. All right, I hope this video helped you. I hope it made sense to you. I hope you will apply it and run with it. And I intend that your life has already changed. From my consciousness, that is what I want. And so I am creating that. Just by watching this video, your life has already changed. All right, if you want to work with me and really take your life to the next level, upgrade your identity, work on your performance, overcome limiting subconscious beliefs, because this work is not that easy. It's tough work. You need somebody to help you pinpoint your blind spots. I can do that for you. Just click the link in bio and we'll have a chat and see how I can help you out. And if not, you can also check out my Instagram. We can have a chat there in the DMs. Let's just stay connected. Just follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you on the next video. I love you so much. Take care and stay blessed always.